Welcome to Morningstar. There is great love here. What does your pineal gland mean to you? Pineal gland and ancient history. Pineal gland Wikipedia. en.wikipedia.org Wiki pineal_gland. The word pineal, from Latin pinea, pine cone, was first used in the late 17th century to refer to the cone shape of the brain gland. The pinecone has come about as a popular symbolic representation of the pineal gland. This is where the pineal gland got its name from. It looks just like a pinecone. The pineal gland sits at the geometric center of the brain, and its main function is to communicate information to the human body about the surrounding environment, the light-dark cycle, resulting in the pineal gland producing and secrete a chemical called melatonin. During the dark cycle, night, the pineal gland releases melatonin to help make the body sleep. It is said that the charred pine twigs date back 140 million years. Conifer pine trees are one of the most ancient plant genera on Earth, going back about 3 times farther in history than any flowering plant species. There is similarities of the geometry shape and design of the pinecone like that of the sacred geometry shape of a rose. The pineal gland has been considered by many as our third eye or sixth sense. Pharaonic Egypt thought the pineal gland was equal to the eye of Horus. Hindu spiritual enlightenment calls this the third eyeball that later became the pineal gland. Ancient Greeks believed that the pineal gland was in control of the psychic pneuma flow, at times being referred to as the animal spirit or third eye. They said it also aided the process of the brain and nerves. Looking back to the Egyptians' staff of Osiris with 2 intertwining serpents rising up to meet a pinecone, dating back to about 1224 BC. Philosophers link this staff's symbolic meaning equivalent to the Indian kundalini known as a spiritual energy in the human body. A coiled serpent rising up from the base of the human spine to the third eye, the pineal gland. Divine wisdom is to reach alignment of the chakras and merge the energy centers up and through the chakras to bring an awakening or enlightenment. Many Hindu gods are carved or drawn holding a pinecone. Ancient Assyrian palace has carvings that date back to 713 to 716 BC with gods holding aloft pinecone, and even using a pinecone to pollinate the tree of life. Aztec mythology, Chicomcotl, Tiicomcotl, 7 serpent is shown holding in one hand an evergreen tree, and the other a pinecone. She is the goddess of nourishment. The pinecone has also been seen in Catholic religion. The Pope carries a staff with a pinecone, and the coat of arms of the Holy See that is on the Vatican flag features 3 crowns that appear very close to that of a pinecone. Keep in mind this coat of arms is called Holy See, which is the same as third eye. Some think this pinecone actually comes from the Garden of Eden, referring to the Bible Genesis, where Eve eats the fruit from the tree of knowledge after being convinced to try it by a serpent. Check these other appearances of the pineal gland in the Bible. Genesis 32, 30-31. So Jacob called the place Peniel, saying, "It is because I saw God face to face, and yet my life was spared." The sun rose above him as he passed Peniel, and he was limping because of his hip. Literal biblical translation of the word Peniel means face of God. Matthew 6:22. The eye is the lamp of the body. If your eyes are healthy, your whole body will be full of light. Another strange thing to keep in mind is that pinecone shapes have also shown up in crop circles. Nonetheless, the pinecone is one of Mother Earth's most interesting symbols, appearing throughout our history, in many religions and spiritual beliefs. Even as the all-seeing eye on the American dollar bill, this symbol comes across mostly as a positive force and possibly our key to true spiritual enlightenment. This brings us to our current date with great teachers like Dr. Joe Dispenza, who have spent many years studying and writing books on the pineal gland and its effects to the human body and brain. He believes with proper meditation, this gland is the key to healing the human body of anything, as well our way to manifesting and creating any life we may desire. Dr. Joe Dispenza takes these scientific studies to a whole nother level. Along with the Heart Math Institute, Together they have created some overwhelming powerful results that are changing medical science as we speak. This, along with quantum physics, Dr. Joe Dispenza is learning, teaching, and guiding us to tap in and activate this pineal gland, unlocking our full potential. He explains how through breathing and meditating techniques you can activate your pineal gland. Make sure to check out more of Dr. Joe Dispenza's work, his books such as Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself, How to Lose Your Mind and Create a New One, and Becoming Supernatural, How Common People Are Doing the Uncommon. So it's quite easy to see that this pineal gland holds some great importance. Spreading across history and through all different types of religions, its repetitive appearance proves that the ancients knew something. Now add to this the current up-to-date scientific proof, and we can see clearly that there is potential in this small gland in the middle of our brain. Find out what your pineal gland can mean to you.